We're in chapter 3 of the book of Numbers in our book by book studies, and this is a point that seems really technical. When you read Numbers 3, it just like, what's going on? It's like, first of all, they count up all the number of the Levites, and then there's an assessment made of how many of the firstborn that are for the sort of, say, clans. So you want the kind of firstborn son who would be the leader representative for the clans, really, of a sort of family grouping, extended family grouping. And then when that assessment is made, who is the leader, the clan leader for an extended family area, the firstborn, and then they'll compare what's the number of Levites versus the number for the whole of the camp of Israel of these firstborn sort of clan family, extended family leaders. And then what the Lord wants to do. So let's first of all notice the simple feature. That there is to be a Levite linked to each of these extended family groupings. So the firstborn son is kind of linked to one Levite. Each of the families, is sort of paired up with one Levite, and they are matched up. And why that's important is it gives this very clear sense of connection from every person in that ancient church camp is initially represented by this sort of head of the family, the extended family person, that firstborn son who's the head of that little extended family grouping, little clan. So you can look to that person and see them, but then they in turn are linked into one of the Levites who is an assistant to the high priest. And the high priest connects in and meets with Jesus face to face. So it's this very clear set of links so that each person can see a very clear and quite short chain that they can link to the head of their family unit, who is linked to a Levite, who's linked to Aaron the high priest, who is linked to Jesus. And it's that sense that everybody is represented, connected in to Christ, the living God. The whole family, the whole church, ancient church family, is all linked up together, bound together, represented in the heavenly realms, sort of thing. Once you see that's what's going on, I find it quite powerful. But then there's a discrepancy because there are 273 firstborn children of Israel who are more than the number of the Levites. So they have to make a kind of redemption package to balance that up, and that's in Numbers 3 from verse 40 to the end. They have to kind of have redemption money to purchase this deficit. There's not quite enough Levites to represent everybody in the ancient church family, but they don't watch they could have said, it doesn't matter, it's just a small administrative discrepancy. But the Lord's like, no, I want even those people to feel connected, so we'll connect them with this concept of redemption money that will purchase their representation, kind of thing, so that everybody feels that they are connected in, they're taken seriously, that the high priest is like a whir of all the families and all the people in it. I love Numbers chapter 3, the sense that the entire church is taken seriously and connected in, and it's like one web of life and flowing out from Christ through the high priest, through the Levites, out to the families, this sense of life and representation. It's a lovely chapter, but I agree, at first it can seem a bit strange if we're not used to thinking in that way.